I just stumbled upon a mind-blowing fact every minute. Facebook's AI moderation tools delete thousands of posts before you ever see them. It's like a digital vacuum cleaner, sucking up content that's deemed unsuitable, but what exactly is being swept under the rug? I'm not talking about your average spam messages or explicit content, but rather opinions, ideas, and information that are being censored without our knowledge. It's a staggering thought, and one that's left me wondering, what else are we missing out on? As I dug deeper, I realized that this is a problem that's not unique to Facebook. It's a symptom of a much larger issue, one that affects all of us who use social media and the internet. You see, big tech companies have become the gatekeepers of information, deciding what we can and can't see, and it's raising some serious questions about content censorship and AI moderation. And let's be honest, it's a pretty scary thought, the idea that our access to information is being controlled by algorithms and hidden rules. But how does it actually work? Well, imagine you're at a library, and someone's constantly removing books from the shelves without telling you. It's like that, but instead of books, it's posts, articles, and videos that are being deleted, often without any explanation. And just like how you might wonder what's missing from the library, I find myself wondering what's being hidden from us online. It's like trying to have a conversation with someone who's constantly interrupting you, and you're left wondering what they're not letting you say. As I explored this further, I started to think about the implications of all this hidden information. What are we missing out on, and how is it affecting our understanding of the world? It's like trying to solve a puzzle with missing pieces. You can't see the full picture, and you're left with more questions than answers. And that's when it hit me, the real issue here isn't just about what's being deleted, but about the fact that we're not even aware of what's being hidden from us. We're living in a world where big tech control is becoming more and more pervasive, and it's time we start asking some tough questions. So, what's driving this trend towards content censorship, and how are AI moderation tools being used to control what we see online? It's a complex issue, but one way to think about it is to imagine a massive filtering system, like a water treatment plant, but instead of cleaning water, it's cleaning up the internet. And just like how the water treatment plant has its own set of rules and filters, big tech companies have their own algorithms and guidelines for deciding what's acceptable and what's not. But here's the thing, these rules are often opaque, and we're not always sure what's being filtered out, or why. As someone who's passionate about technology and its impact on our lives, I have to admit that this whole topic has left me feeling a bit uneasy. I mean, who gets to decide what we can and can't see online, and what are the implications of this kind of control? It's a question that's been bothering me for a while now, and one that I think we need to talk about more. And that's why I'm curious to hear from you. What do you think about all this, and how do you feel about the idea of big tech companies controlling what we see online? As we navigate this complex landscape, it's becoming increasingly clear that we need to be aware of the hidden forces that are shaping our online experiences. It's like trying to find your way through a dark room. You need to feel your way around, and be careful not to bump into things. And that's where AI moderation comes in. It's like having a guide who's trying to lead you through the room, but sometimes, the guide might be leading you astray. So, how do we balance the need for a safe and respectful online environment with the need for free and open access to information? As I reflect on all this, I'm reminded of a conversation I had with a friend recently. We were talking about the importance of critical thinking, and how it's more important now than ever. In a world where information is being controlled and censored, we need to be able to think for ourselves, and not just accept what we're being told. And that's why I think it's so important to have these kinds of conversations, to question, to challenge, and to seek out different perspectives. It's the only way we'll be able to navigate this complex world, and make informed decisions about the information we consume. But I want to take a step back and look at the bigger picture. What does all this mean for our society, and how is it shaping our culture? It's like trying to predict the weather. You can look at the signs, but you're never quite sure what's going to happen. And that's why I think we need to be careful, and consider the potential consequences of this kind of control. We're living in a world where information is power, and those who control the information have the power to shape our perceptions, and influence our decisions. As I think about all this, I'm reminded of a quote from a famous author: "The truth is rarely pure and never simple." It's a phrase that's stuck with me, and one that I think is particularly relevant in this context. You see, the truth is, we're living in a world where information is being manipulated and controlled, and it's up to us to seek out the truth, and to question what we're being told. And that's why I'm excited to be a part of this conversation, and to explore these complex issues with you. So, what's the way forward, and how can we ensure that we're not missing out on important information? It's a tough question, but one that I think we need to grapple with. We need to be aware of the hidden forces that are shaping our online experiences, and we need to be critical of the information we consume. And we need to keep asking questions, like what's being deleted, and why, and what are the implications of this kind of control? As I wrap up this conversation, I want to leave you with a thought-provoking question. What if the information that's being hidden from us is the very information we need to make informed decisions about our lives? It's a question that's been haunting me, and one that I think we need to consider carefully. And that's why I'm curious to hear from you. What do you think, and how do you feel about the idea of big tech companies controlling what we see online? If you're as passionate about this topic as I am, and you want to stay up to date on the latest developments, then consider subscribing to my channel, where we'll be exploring more of these complex issues and navigating the ever-changing landscape of technology and society.